Hi everyone, welcome to the Shobitam Trunkshow. I can't tell you how excited I am today because the collection that's put up, curated, co-created with weavers is just so amazing that has come for this particular trunk show. They're all in front of me and they're absolutely fabulous. So if you're wondering what we have in today's trunk show, look at this. This is a brocade Mysore silk sari and we have a fresh batch of so many beautiful brocade Mysore silks in some very stunning, very unique, very fresh designs that we've not showcased before and in very pretty colors. Then we have our Kanjivarams, of course, our Ajraks with handwork. Oh my goodness, they are such a hot trend and we have the best collection possible here. And then we have our the sequin embellished saris, the party wear saris, and of course our Kanjivarams, Banarsis, and so much more. So we're going to start off with our brocade Mysore silks. I'm going to take a minute to talk about the sari. Mysore silks as such is a very popular category, especially at Shobitam. We love our crepe Mysore silks because they are so beautiful. Unlike any other sari, they have that beautiful drape to it. They are very flattering when you wear it. You don't have to really worry a lot about maintaining these saris. And then when it comes to the brocade, they are truly stand out because unlike most other brocades, they don't bulk you up. They still have that flow factor, as you can see. And then the zari is muted. The zari is muted, so it's not very harsh. It looks very sophisticated. And then the colors and everything else just takes it to a whole new level. What I'm wearing today is a mustard brocade sari, and look at the golden work. It's very subtle. It's got that shine to it. At the same time, it's not too loud. I have so many of these brocade Mysore silk saris myself that I wear for my shoots, that I wear for events, and every single time it's not disappointing. So, people ask me, what is this sari? It looks so unique, so different, and it's a Mysore silk sari. So I'm going to show the very first Mysore silk sari, the brocade silk sari. This one is a beautiful champagne color and it's got the same brocade as the one that I'm wearing. Look at this, a very pretty color, light gold champagne color, and look at the zari brocade on it. And like I said, it's very subtle, very sophisticated. Look at the pallu. Now, as I always say, these saris have just come in and before shipping, they are going to be ready to wear with your fall done, piku done, and then of course tassels done. And look at how pretty this particular sari looks. It's a very regal color, very versatile color that you can wear for a whole bunch of events. It would look very nice with your, jewelry, stone-studded jewelry like an emerald or a deep sapphire or even a garnet. And look at this very first sari. I'm going to show this up close so you can see what the brocade looks like. Now this is the back side of the sari. Now of course there will be threads that will be running on the back side, but it's not harsh enough to be rough against your skin. And look at how this particular sari looks like. It comes with a running blouse piece. Now the blouse piece looks like this. It's a plain fabric with border on one side, and the brocade is there completely on the sari. So here is the very first sari. Now, it's Father's Day next week, and if you're wondering what the code for today is, it's DAD. Use the code DAD for a limited time to get a special discount on your order. And then, if you're wondering if you want to make your spouse or any other dad in the family or your circle feel special, we have so many ethnic menswear products, so do check them out. In fact, we have more than 1,500 menswear products on Shobitam, so I urge you to check them out. The next one is again a very pretty one. We're going to start with our light colors. Here's an ivory sari, very pretty brocade again. It's just the color that's different. And here is the sari. Look at this, ivory and gold, again something that cannot go wrong. You've seen Nita Ambani's put a lot of ivories and paired them with emeralds, right? So here is a very beautiful ivory, brocade Mysore silk. Again, look at the very soft sheen to it. and very beautiful, elegant details. So here is the sari. We have so many here in front of me, so I'm going to go through this real quick. The next one is a dusty amethyst, and again a very new design. Look close. This is the design. Look at the zari color. It's very muted. It's a color between gold and silver, what we call as water zari. It takes the color of light that falls on it. Here is the pallu. And this is how this very pretty sari looks like when it is draped. It's a very, very charming color. And dusty colors are in. Next one is actually pretty interesting. It's a royal blue. And look at the meenakari brocade on it. And this is how this very pretty sari drapes like. Now, if you're wondering how to purchase these saris, all these saris that I'm showcasing today and the jewelry and every product that I'm showcasing today is available on this very special page called shobitam.com/live. And then you will, when you click on the link that's actually provided on Facebook and the code that's given on Instagram, you will see all details. You'll see additional pictures. You'll see the cost in your currency, you'll see the description, everything else. Now all these saris that I'm showcasing are pure silk and they come silk mark certified. The next one is a print. Okay, this is a print. Look closely, look at the colors, and then it has a brocade too. And looks very novel, it looks very mystical because it's not very easy that somebody can immediately figure out what the sari is. So there are these ada or these diagonal stripes, and then you have a zari brocade. So the sari looks like this, and look at the nice deep warm tone, and then how beautifully the different colors blend, and then the zari adds a very nice deep aura to it. So here is the next sari. Check this out. This is a very interesting design, like a waves design, and this is like a crinkled. Look closely, the zari is actually crinkled, and it comes in a dusky pink shade. This is the sari. This is the pallu. Look at the pallu, and look closely at the design. Again, looks very novel. So this is like a very contemporary take on your classic kanjivarams. And brings the best of two. It has the beauty of the Mysore silk crepe, the drape, and then the colors are very novel, the pattern is very novel. Look at this one. Isn't it interesting? So, large grids, alternating, so you see buttas and brocade that alternate. And when you wear it, it's going to look very different. Again, like I said, not something that can be immediately figured out. That adds a mystic element to it, and this is how the sari drapes like. So it's got this nice novel element to it. Look at this, and yes. Contrast this time. We don't see a lot of contrast when it comes to Mysore silk brocades, so I'm going to show you a beautiful contrast border sari. The next one is like an ivory with a deep red border. Your classic Durga Puja favorite color. And look at this sari. Look at the flow. I'm actually wearing 2 layers, but see how beautifully it drapes. It's muted gold, like a copper color gold. And look at the flow of it, the zari work. Now, like I said, the back side will have zari running. So you're going to feel it on the back, but it's not going to be so coarse where you feel the roughness of it. Okay. So here is the sari. Here is the pallu. And this is how this very pretty sari drapes like. Now we have so many saris here, more than 100 of them that I want to cover. So I'm going to go through this very, very quickly. Check this out. So we have a few of these horizontal striped saris, and they have varying thickness zari stripes on the top and bottom side. Look at how beautiful the drape is. These are 90 GSM saris, the horizontal stripes ones. And look at this, very novel. So it's got that classic Mysore silk drape beauty to it, but the stripes adds that novel look to it. So here is a sari, a very broad pallu, And this is how this sari drapes like. I'm sure it looks very, very pretty. I was actually contemplating between this brocade and one of these zari stripe sari for the trunk show, but look at how beautiful this one is. Mustard, same concept, a mustard sari. Let me show this very quickly. It's like not really a mustard, it's like a moss yellow color, and this is how this sari drapes like. An orange rust this time. Remember I showed you a blue with those grids, the brocade and the butta grids. This is how the sari is, and then very quickly it drapes like this. We're going to go through some beautiful pastel shades. Look at this blue. It's a very pretty soft, like a sky blue, a tealish sky blue color with a moss yellow combination. Very pretty sari. Look at the broad zari border on the bottom, and this is the pallu, and the sari drapes like this. Very, very pretty sari. It's actually got meena work and beautiful Persian jal design. Look closely. Look at the, you really have to wear this to admire its beauty. So here is the next sari. Same concept, but a dusky peach this time. Look at this. A dusky peach with a amethyst, not an amethyst, actually a very, very dewy lilac contrast. This is a very novel combination, very rare combination, and the sari looks like this. Again, the same light meenakari Persian design here. All right, so buttas this time. Look at this. This is also a 90 GSM sari, a black with buttas, very lightweight, opulent pallu, and the sari drapes like this. So here, like a very light reticule border and a striking black with these buttas, not your regular buttas, but look at this closely. Very nice design. And then we have 2-3 colors in this. Look at this. Like a dusty lilac color, and the sari drapes like this. Now, I just want to show you a few more colors. This is like a camel brown color. Same combination, your concept, the buttas and the brocade. Another one is a wine color. Same concept. Look at this. All right. Another very pretty contrast border sari. This time it's a peach with a sky blue, a tealish sky blue combination. It's a very, very, very beautiful sari. Like I said, you know, you really have to wear it, not just see the sari in person, but wear it to admire its real beauty. So here is a sari. Look at the blue, and then look at the pallu. Look at the flow. Everything about the sari is so beautiful. From the design details to the color combination, the meenakari work, the flow, the pure silk fabric, and of course when the sari is ready with your fall picot and tassels. Okay, a mehendi green this time. Look at this. And this is your very intricate floral brocade. This is the border. And here is the sari. Look at the sari, a beautiful mehendi green and gold combination. All right, there are so many saris in front of me, but I won't be able to do justice to all. So I'm going to show you very quickly. This time it's a gray. Look at this, beautiful gray, a lovely brocade. And then we're going to move on to some dark colors this time. Here is a Firozi color, a beautiful Firozi color, very, very muted zari brocade. 2 colors, gold and silver, a very rich brocade, muted brocade, and then the sari drapes like this. So here is the sari. Another white, and the beauty of this white is it's a crinkled sari. Look at this. Actually, it's a creamy gold color, very, very pretty, very elegant color. And here is the pallu. And let's take a look at how this crinkled weave drapes like. Look at this. So look closely at the texture here, and the sari drapes like this. So here is the sari. All right. Deep pink this time. It's a Vanasingaram, or the beauty of the jungle. And then look at the sari. Another thing, oh my goodness, I forgot to tell. So the batch that we have this time, the width is very generously woven. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. So even if you're on the taller side, the saris will work very, very well for you. And here is a sari with a Vanasingaram border. This would look very beautiful with a emerald green blouse. Take a look. And here is a sari. Now all these saris, if you're new, we can get the blouses done for you. Any pattern of your choice, as long as the fabric permits. We will make them as per your measurements, all for a flat rate of $35. And then if you want handwork done, we can absolutely do it for you. And then handwork depends on the cost, on the work and the size. But talk to us for details. If you check out our blouse vault, you'll see plenty of designs. I showed you a Rani pink. Here is a Rama green. Same Vanasingaram border. Look at this very closely. Vanasingaram is the beauty of the jungle. And then this sari looks like this. So take a look. Very, very, very pretty sari here. All right. This one is a coral. We got to move on to other categories, even though this one is so enticing. Here is a beautiful coral peach color. And look at the geometric zari brocade. Again, a very elegant color. And here is the sari. Very, very beautiful pallu. And it drapes like this. All right. So we're going to move on to our ajraks now. And I forgot to tell you, we actually have a fresh batch of vegan saris. There are so many of you who are reaching out to us telling that you want to see more vegan options. Some of you are saying that you have a wedding coming up, you want to wear vegan saris, you wanted saris to be a little bit more festive, more bridal kinds, and we have those today. So let's start with our ajraks now. Look at these fresh new ajraks from your casual evenings to a dinner outing, to a wedding reception guest. You cannot go wrong with an ajrak. They are so novel. Even though they've been around for centuries, it's one of the oldest printing techniques humankind has known. It stood the test of time and has that beautiful natural charm to it. And then when you actually enhance it with these embellishments, it's got that opulence level, that's really, really unmatched. And take a look at these saris. These are saris that have tiki work and ari work. So these are all hand done. Now, there are a lot of brands out there that sell ajrak saris, but they're actually machine prints. They're not hand done prints. Some of them have mirrors that are stuck to the sari. They have sequins that are stuck to the sari. In our case, all embellishments are attached completely by hand. So it's complete handwork, and this is 100% pure ajrak handwork that's made in Bhuj. So here is the very first sari. These fabrics are modal silk. Modal silk is a plant-derived fabric. It's a vegan fabric. And look at this very, very rich colors that we have today. A classic black and red. And look at the ari work, perfect for evening wear. Look at the shimmering embellishments here. And here is the very first sari in a beautiful black red and a little touch of gold to it. And then an opposite this time. Here is a red, another very beautiful sari. I mean, each of these saris are so unique, so beautiful, you cannot go wrong with these. So here is a red. This is a black pallu. Look at how striking the colors are. Can you imagine? All the dyes are 100% natural. They are not synthetic. And then look at the blouse piece that comes in the pallu color. So very, very beautiful sari with ari work, mirror work in all prominent parts of the sari. Another red. Look at this, a red and black. Now every sari that is showcased, the link is being posted. So if you want a specific sari, you'll get the exact one. So here is the sari. Look at this. And here is the pallu. And like I said, you have to see these saris in person to really admire the beauty of them. So here is the next sari. A blue this time. Look at this. Very, very pretty sari. Look at the blue and red. Look at how shimmering the details are here. And this is how the sari drapes like. So here, look at this closely. All right, and then we have so many beautiful ones. Another red Moroccan design with a blue pallu. And then we have another red, another blue, but different details. A classic blue and red again, like I said, the Moroccan design. And yeah, you can check out more details on this page, on the special page called shobitam.com/live. A very, very warm welcome to everyone who's joining in. We have a very special collection, a fully loaded trunk show with our Kanjivarams, Ajraks, and then Mysore silks, vegan saris, kalamkaris, sequin saris, and so much more. And then we have jewelry too. And then the special code for today is DAD. Use the code DAD to get a special discount on your purchase. Now the next set of Ajrak saris that I'm showcasing are ones with tikki work. Tikki is these light discs, mirror discs that are actually embellished by hand. And here is a lovely blue-gray color. And let's take a look. Look at this pallu, very pretty. And the color looks very different. So here is a sari, take a look. Very beautiful bluish-gray color. And then I'm going to show you another bluish-gray, different design. Here. Look at this, larger flowers, and the fabric is so silky, so beautiful. It feels really good to the touch. And this is the sari and the final look. A green this time. Look at this, green, and this is natural dye. So it's got that moss green and a hunter green color. And this sari drapes like this. A blue, look at this. And then these saris just fly off. I mean, you really cannot go wrong with these. So here it is. Now, Ajrak is an all-natural technique. So the sari may have light irregularities. Look at this, for example. Now, this is not a defect. You see here, this is not a defect, because these are completely done by hand. There could be a few irregularities here, but they add to the authenticity aspect of it. So here is the sari. Look at this, how beautifully the mirrors shimmer, and they've got light tassels at the end. And when you drape it, the flow of the sari, the drape of the sari is very beautiful. So here is the next sari. We have something special this time. We have a jugalbandi of shibori and ajrak in one. And here is the collection. Check this out. Very pretty saris. So this is your ajrak. This is your hand shibori. Look at this. And this is your bandhani. So it's got ajrak, shibori, and bandhani in one. And then it's also embellished with mirrors. So this is a fresh new collection, something that we've not showcased before. And this sari looks like this when you drape it. Looks very different. Here is the sari. And this fabric, like I said, is very nice to the touch. A blue and red this time. Take a look. Look at this. So this is your blouse piece. The full sari is your shibori. This way. This is your shibori. It's got these mirror discs. And then, look at this. This is the pallu. Very beautiful pallu. Look at the lagra patta. And look at the sari. And the final look will be something like this. Alright. So I'm going to show you two more colors before we move on to our Kanjivarams. How about red this time? Take a look at this. It's a nice brick red, and brick red and black combination. Look at this. And I like that they've left out the space to bring out the color and contrast. So here is the sari. It's actually folded in the middle, and then the dyeing is done. That's why you have this line in the middle. So here is the sari. This is the pallu. Take a look. All right, so let's do this. We're going to showcase the remaining Ajrak Shibori saris on the special page called shobitam.com/live. Let's move on to our pen kalamkaris. All right, so check this out, a very beautiful Kanjivaram sari, a Ganga Jamuna with your yellow and green combinations. Have you seen something like this? A Ganga Jamuna Kanjivaram with your pen kalamkari work. Look at this. So very pretty sari, pink color border, and look at these floral designs all over the body, very densely done. So absolutely no shortcuts. Look at this, peacocks on the bottom and florals on the top. So here is the next sari, a beautiful Ganga Jamuna with your pen kalamkari work. And then the blouse piece is a pink one to match the pallu. Here, take a look at this with your Ganga Jamuna borders. And like I said, this, when you wear it, it looks like this. The next one is a purple, and again a very beautiful combination, very, very beautiful combination. This is your teal blue with a purple. Look at this. And here, check this out. Like I said, so densely done, absolutely no shortcuts. And this is authentic pen kalamkari, and the sari drapes like this. So here is the next sari. All right, it comes with the blue blouse piece. Every color that I'm showcasing is very beautiful. Colors that we've not showcased before. And look at this. This has got your two colors on the top. Typically, when you see your pen kalamkaris, you see the red borders, pink borders. They are more common. This time, look at the color combinations that we've got. This is an olive green. A little bit of rust color is here. And then this is the pallu. And the sari drapes like this. It's got a light yellow background on the kalamkari body. And here is the next sari. These saris look very beautiful, very rich. You can see so many celebrities wear these authentic pen kalamkaris. These are not prints, these are completely hand done. And here is the final outcome. And this is the blouse piece. A pen kalamkari on your Mysore silk now. I showed you Mysore silks. Here are pen kalamkaris. This sari brings the best of both. Look at this grid design on the sari, and look at this. And the sari drapes like, this is the blouse piece, this is the pallu, and this is the body of the sari. So here is a sari like a collage, and here, look at the colors, very earthly colors, very muted. They blend together very nicely, and the sari drapes like this. Another Mysore crepe silk sari. Take a look at this. Look at this. So it's got these colors, these bands. These are completely hand painted, not print. And then a forest theme in the center. So here is a sari, something very unique, very distinct, and the full body of the sari runs like this. Now, a combination of ikat and kalamkari. Check this out. Look at this. So it's got your ikat panel here, and look at the very beautiful colors. So these are your traditional kalamkari colors. Look at this. And it's got a nice, it's a soft silk sari, and look at the very beautiful drape, a black and pink. So the black is all kalamkari, the deep magenta is ikat, here is the pallu. So a pure ikat soft silk sari
with your hand pen kalamkari work. I'm going to show you one more and then we're going to move on to our Kanjivarams. Which one should I show? How about this? Let's do this one. Your classic red border. Take a look. And this is your classic big border, our very, very popular category. And look at this. Pallu, look at the pallu, and then this is how the sari drapes like. Check this out. I'm going to show you our Upada collection. Now we've got so many beautiful Upada saris working directly with weavers, and then I'm going to show you one bestseller sari and you'll see why it's a bestseller. It's such a beautiful sari. Look at this. It's called our Sun and Sand, morning evening borders, short width, long width. Look at the yellow tissue blouse piece. Look at the fabric, it's heavenly, absolutely heavenly. Very beautiful sari, look at this. Take a look at a single layer of the sari, it's very beautiful, look at this. And the sari drapes like this. Look at how gorgeous the drape is and sheer beauty. And it is one of our best sellers and you can see exactly why. So here is your very, very beautiful Upada handloom. This is a handloom sari, pure tissue sari. So, and Upada saris are known to be featherweight, and here it's called lightweight luxury, and you can see why. So here is the next sari. And then let me show you our Kanjivarams now. Take a look at this very beautiful sari, 3 colors with stripes, including zari stripes running across the body of the sari. And the colors are a peach, a plum, and a deep hunter green. And look at these borders, your peacock design. Now the borders on your Kanjivarams, even your Banarsis, are always symmetrical, which is why if you're wondering why the peacocks are turned upside down, they're not. They're supposed to be symmetrical with the lower side border. So here is a sari, and this is how this very beautiful sari drapes like. I'm going to show you a single layer. Now, if you want your Kanjivarams or any other saris pre-stitched, we are happy to do that for you. And we just need 3 basic measurements from you to get that done. Look at how nice these saris are. The big border adds a very unique look to it. So here is a sari, and I like this because it's plain here. So it frames the sari very beautifully, and then the body of the sari has these nice shimmering zari stripes. And this is the blouse piece. This is the blouse piece with your plain border. So here is the sari, and these are the tassels that I'm talking about. Take a look at this. Look at this. So I think a silk sari especially, is incomplete without tassels, which is why we really believe that every silk sari should have these gorgeous saris, and these are also hand done. Okay, a dual tone this time in your self brocade, self jacquard weave. Look at this. It's a mehndi green and orange dual tone, a very mystic combination, very, very mystic combination. And here is the pink color border, and the sari, look at this, drapes like this. The dual tone adds that beautiful mystic element. Then there is the zari buttas, and look at the tassels. Look at this. So all in all, a very, very beautiful sari. It's very, very hard to get authentic pure silk Kanjivarams these days. And here is one which is completely handmade, and it's pure silk. Rama green this time, a dual tone color. It's a Rama green, peacock blue, dual tone combination, a classic favorite. And here it's got these zari checks and buttas. You cannot go wrong with this combination. It's an all-time color. It's an all-time combination that will never fail to impress. And here is the sari, and this is the pallu. A gadwal this time, and take a look at this gadwal. Look at this. It's your frosty pink with your brown combination. And look at the borders. And here is the sari. Here is the sari, looks very noble, and you cannot go wrong with the Gadwal. Gadwal Jugalbandi sari, which has your ikat body. So this is your ikat body, and look at the sari is woven in Gadwal, which is why it's a Gadwal. Look at the Gadwal style pallu, borders, and an ikat Jugalbandi. So here is a sari with these borders. And here is the blouse piece. Okay, so I'm going to show you one of our very, very popular soft silk sarees. So these are also completely handmade. And look at this color. And with the rettipate borders, we have these in a few different color combinations, including the one that Vidya Balan wore. Now this one is your zari checks. Look closely. Now if you're wondering what these lines are, it's because the yarn runs from the body to the border and vice versa. And you'll see these are very common when it comes to your handlooms. So here is a sari. These are very, very popular saris. It's soft silk, so the fabric is much lighter than your regular Kanjivarams. And here is the first sari. And the blouse piece also has zari checks. Another soft silk, this time it's a turquoise. And look at the mandala again. These are our bestseller saris. Cannot go wrong with them. Borderless saris, beautiful pallu. These hand-knotted tassels that the weaver makes. And here is a sari. I'm going to show you two more colors in this. Here is a short color, pink and red short color, same concept, soft silk sari. And here is an ink blue. Again, the same concept. Now we're going to move on to our Kanchi silk cottons. So a Kanchi silk cotton is also a handloom sari. These are all handloom saris. And it's a combination of your silk and cotton. So it's got the breathability of cotton with the sheen of silk. Look at the shine of the sari, the zari details, just like your Kanjivaram silk sari. But the fabric is much lighter, much lighter. Look at this. And look at this beautiful combination, a sea green with a black. And the sari looks like this when draped. It's very, very beautiful. Look at how sheer, how crisp the sari is. Of course, it gets softer with time. Here is the pallu. And we'll get the tassels done, the tassels that I showed you before on all these saris as well. So here is a sari. And I absolutely think that this is a very gorgeous combination. So here is the sari. And it's actually got minute zari stripes on the body. Checks this time. Look at this. This one is the exact opposite. A black body with your checks and buttas with a sea green combination. So it's actually a teal combination. And the sari looks like this when worn. One more before we move on to a fabulous collection of our vegan saris. Take a look at this. A peach with a deep brownish black combination. And this combination looks like this when worn. Again, a very, very, very beautiful color. All right, so let's move on to our vegan collection. Like I said, we got a lot of requests to show saris which are, for parties, for weddings, but they are vegan. So I'm going to show you those. Can you believe that this sari is actually a vegan sari? Look at this. And look at the beautiful work that's done. This is machine embroidery, but looks like hand embroidery. Look at this. And it's got meenakari work. Looks very rich. The fabric is plant derived, which is why it's vegan. It's not polyester. These are the borders. Here is the pallu. And the sari drapes like this. This is our fresh new collection of vegan saris. And here is the sari. Look at how rich they are, right? And it's a very pretty color. I'm going to show you a few beautiful colors here today. So here is the sari. Now take a look at this. This is even more grander. Look at the beautiful work. It's going to shimmer so nicely in evening light. Look at this. And then they look absolutely gorgeous for the price. Here, take a look. Very, very beautiful sari. Rich, heavy work. And look at the overall look of the sari. It looks so grand. And then it's vegan. And here is the pallu, light buttas scattered across the body of the sari. And you really have to see the work closely to appreciate it. Look at this. Very beautiful work. And let's see what the blouse piece looks like. So the blouse piece has work on the sleeves. A gold this time. Actually a light, I would say a blush pink. It's a very, very light shade of pink. And look at the very heavy work. It's got scalloped borders, stone work, very gorgeous sari. And then this sari drapes like this. Look at this. Look at the drape, look at the scalloped borders, look at the overall work, how glittery it is without getting too loud. Very elegant. And here. And then if you're wondering what the blouse piece looks like, here is the blouse piece with work. Yeah. Another gold this time with scallop borders. Look at this. Looks very trendy. And then the sari drapes like this. I'm going to show you two more real quick. Same concept, but a slightly different color. This is like a lighter gold compared to the other one. And take a look at this. Like I say, you have to really drape it to see how beautiful, how gorgeous the sari is. And then, if you want a vegan ajrak tissue look, here it is. This is a print, it's not real ajrak. But then, it's on a tissue vegan fabric. So it's got a very different texture, a very different, light reflecting property to it. And here is the sari. Look at the tissue, the shine from the tissue on this sari. And then we have them in a few prints. I'm just going to show you two today. Take a look at this here. This is the other one. One more vegan sari before we move on to other saris. Take a look at this. This is your rankart design, but in a vegan fabric. And look at the zari detailing, meenakari work. Here is the next sari. Now I'm going to show you a few of our embellished saris, and we have so many other colors. Take a look at this ombre sari. Very beautiful sari. From a light dewy green to an olive ombre with stonework. And the sari drapes like this. The sari drapes like this. It's your satin fabric, and look at the stonework, the scallop borders, and that ombre adds that mystic element to it. So here is the next sari. All right, and then look at these. These are our bestseller saris. It's your satin sari, and this is handwork. This is your Kolkata handwork. A beautiful fuchsia color, and then a beautiful sapphire blue color. I'm going to show you both. Here is the sapphire blue. The sapphire blue looks like this. And then the fuchsia looks like this. Tell me which one you liked more. The fuchsia looks like this. Which one did you think was better? All right, so more embellished saris. Take a look at this. Beautiful black on net. Look at this. I think it goes very well with the blouse that I'm wearing. This is also made in-house. And look at this. It's got these vertical stripes, beads, hanging beads. I also have beads on my blouse. And then look at this sari. Looks very, very, very pretty. Here. a beautiful black beauty. And look at how nicely it's shimmering. The dangling beads, the glitter from the beads. It's got sequins and beads both. And then it's got work on all prominent parts of the sari. So your pleats area looks like this, and then the top looks like this. And then we have this in a few colors. I'm going to show you a different design. Take a look at this. This is your champagne color with swirls on it. And then we have them in a few colors. I'm just going to show you one very quickly. Look at this. Look at this. And look closely at the work. So here is the sari. Okay. So this is your Banarasi style with your sequin border. And this is the sari here. This is what the sari looks like. 5 more saris before we move on to our jewelry. And I'm going to show these really quick. A few of you asked for our semi-silk saris. What do they look like? I'm just going to show you one. So this one, a lot of you actually use them for gift giving. So do check out our bundle saris. If you're looking for gift giving saris, we have so many different options from our mull cottons, linens, your semi-silks and others. So here is the semi-silk sari. It looks like your real one, but the fabric is polyester based. And these are not handloom saris. All right. Now these are your Ilkal saris. They come from North Karnataka. And these then have these kasoti style machine embroidery on them. So here is one. Here is another. And then I'm going to show you our very popular Banarasi. This is our classic, our sari with the scallops done. So this is your Banarasi sari. This is your deep peacock blue color. And look at how nicely our scallops are done. No rough edges, no raw edges. And then it adds the beautiful novel element. Pair it with a contrast blouse, it look even better. So here is the sari. And this is the last sari of the day. It's your hand-painted saris, and then we have a fresh collection of these beautiful hand-painted saris. They are done by hand. It's not a print. This is painted by hand. Look at the colors, the details here. And then this part comes in the front. So there's painting on all prominent parts of the sari. Moving on to one more sari here. So our Sanganeri hand block printed saris with on georgette and chiffon. And then look at the jewelry. Now these jewelry that I'm showcasing now are gemstone jewelry, real pearls, real gemstones, and you're going to get this certificate along with the gemstones. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Now some of them are semi-precious stones, and no matter what stone they are, you'll get the certificate with them for these. And look at these, very beautiful pearls, multiple layers actually braided together. Look at this pearl and gemstone mala with white and blue stones. Look at this one, again looks very regal with your green stones. Again, if you look at the listing, you'll get the details of the stones, the weight and all of it. Now moving on to a fresh batch of your art jewelry. Look at this. And then you're loving it. You're loving the fresh new collection that we have. I'm going to show you a few pieces that I really, really liked. Take a look at this. Very charming, right? And goes perfectly with all Indians and Westerns. It's got green stone, red stone. It's got this little frog here and then a moti in the bottom and long dangling design. Look at this husly with these charms, green and white stone moissanite-like charms. And then it comes with these earrings, the studs. Look at this 2-layer necklace with this multicolor stones. And it's got matching earrings too. These are the earrings to match the pendant. And then you have these earrings. Look at this. It's got this Meena work on it. This looks very unique. Look at this necklace It's got these green powder stones and these white 2-layer strands. Now look at this mala here, the choker, with this little parrot here. You can wear it both ways. Look at these chand balis. And then you're loving our oxidized jewelry. Look at this one. Blue stones, not something that you find commonly. These are your ear cuffs. I personally love them. They look very nice when worn. And then you have these. Look at these. And you have, these are real glass jewelry. They look very, very nice. They're heavy, but they look very nice. And then take a look at this, your ear cuff again, and beautiful, cute elephant design. So on that note, we're going to wrap up today's show. Again, a huge thanks to everyone who took the time to join in. The special code that you can use for today is DAD. And then if you have any questions, reach out to us on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. Our number is there on the website. We're going to post it now. Email, and then we are happy to get back to you. If you have any requests for collections that you want to see in the future, do let us know. And anything that you want to let us know, please do. Happy to hear. And on that note, I also want to thank our team who's worked very, very hard to put this and every trunk show together. I also have Prabhu and Prashant here who have actually helped me very late in the night. So thanks to both of you. And on that note, it's finally me, Aparna, signing off. I'll see you all next time.